What is going on, everybody? You are listening to Power of 98.3, where hip hop lives, and we have a special guest in the studio here tonight. And we have KWF wrestler Wayne Level, where he be taking on his former best friend Jet Silverman for the KWF Championship at KWF Return Show, which is being live here in Phoenix, Arizona, in the U.S. Airways Center. Anyway, so Wayne, welcome back to Phoenix, man.
Hey man, it's been great. It's great coming back home. It's been a while. I'm just happy to be back here in Arizona. It's been a long time.
Yes, it really has. Where you been at, man? Where have you been in particular since KWF had its little break? Where have you been at? Have you still been on the wrestling circuit, or what's going on there?
Yeah, I've just been traveling still. It's been a long road. It sucks that how the hiatus has gone for KWF as a whole. But as far as still wrestling to different little promotions here and there, it's been great. It's been fun. I did a little tour in Japan for a little bit, which was pretty nice. But other than that,
really
it's
now?
been great. Yeah.
Is it like Japan wrestling? Is it more? How is it over there? Is it just like? Is it more stiff over there? I've been hearing it's usually stiff, and it's like them kicks. Oh Lord.
Yeah.
I watch a couple of Japanese wrestling, and I just see them kicks, and they just so vicious with it, and I'm just like, yo, I could never do that. So how was that experience over there in Japan? How was the living? How was you living there for a little bit, and how was all that experience in Japan?
Well, okay, so Japan, it's really different from America. In Japan, it's viewed as a sport. And here in America, professional wrestling isn't as liked as much as it was back in the day. And now, or if you go to Japan, it's really it's really respectful there. And the living there was actually pretty nice. It was different living style. It's been great. It's been great. Staying over in Japan, and yeah, the wrestling style itself in Japan. It's a lot of kicks, a lot of hard-hitting action in Japan. But it gets the crowd on their feet, and I enjoy it a lot. But yeah, Japan is awesome, and if I can ever go back doing a Japan tour, I most definitely will.
All right, that's good. That's good. Now, over the past break, who would happen to be your favorite opponent in Japan?
Oh man, that's tough. I had a lot of rivalries in Japan, but actually I made a good friend. His name was Jordan Oliver, and he's a guy to look out for in Japan. He's really hard hitting, and he's a tough punch out there. There's a lot of other guys. There's a guy by the name of Black Wolf. He was out there. There's a lot of cool guys in Japan. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, Jordan Oliver was probably my biggest rivalry there.
That's good. I actually watched some of his tapes, and he's actually pretty he's pretty freaking good.
Mm-hmm.
He is pretty freaking good. Okay, so your style of wrestling is very unique. I mean, you use a bunch of kicks. You're really a high flyer for your size, and because you're tall, you're 6'1".
Yeah.
And your size actually helps you. It's like explain that to me. Your style just really, it's almost complex in a way. How is your compare talk about your style for me.
Well, it's kind of weird because a lot of people would say that I have the Japanese style, which I never really thought of. My whole wrestling style was just based on a lot of jiu-jitsu and stuff like that because I did some MMA training back in the day, and I try to apply that into some of my stuff. But of course, mat wrestling based style, amateur wrestling. I actually took some amateur wrestling classes too before I became a pro wrestler. And just to help me, learn the basics of takedowns and stuff like that. So, it's a lot of mixture of a lot of things that I try to imply into my wrestling ability. I feel like, I don't want to lack on one thing. I want to use different things to imply in my wrestling style. And of course, the high flying, which I kind of had to, cut down a little bit on my high flying, just for the simple fact that, my injuries that I had with my knees. But
I remember that. You did a spot with the ladder and you flew outside the ring.
Yeah.
And yeah, I remember that. And
yeah.
I was like, oh, is it really hurting? And it really shone throughout the match. You were just holding on to that knee most of the time being. I was like, yeah, he's pretty hurt.
Yeah, the surgery I had was really bad. I had a surgery actually, I want to say maybe 5-6 months ago, and Yeah, that's the reason why I've been out of action for a little bit too. But yeah, it sucks, but that's what we do. We're wrestling. It's not a ballet or anything. That's the cliche of all this.
No, it really,
yeah,
it really isn't. I hate when people be like, "Oh, it's easy." No, I'll be like, not from what it looks like. I'm like, I'll be talking to most of the wrestlers. They be like, you know what? If you think it's easy, you step into the ring. You go in there and you see what they be doing. I was like, I ain't saying nothing, 'cause I know it's real.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like people just think that, I guess because it's entertainment style here, but it's just that's
it
what
is sports
think.
entertainment. Yeah, it is sports entertainment, but what we do out there, there's nothing fake out there. When we step into those ropes, we just go in and we just try to entertain the fans by putting our bodies on the line. So it's for me it's fun, but it is still dangerous. And I do say for all the kids that are watching, do not try it at home. But I know the kids still do it. And
they still do it. Like, I don't even think it matters anymore. Like,
because I used to back in the day. Like I used to backyard wrestle for a little bit and stuff like that. So I understand, but I will say I am signed with KWF, and I'm not even allowed to say that. I'm probably gonna get fined for saying that. But yeah, make sure you are trained by a professional. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, who happened to be your favorite wrestler to inspire you to do this? Like, who was your role model when you first saw them step into the ring, and you were like, "This is why I want to do it. This is why I want to be a wrestler."
Well, there was a show called DWF back in the day, and I was a huge fan of the Rebel, and I was a fan of TGO, sorry, and those guys, watching those guys, man, it was awesome, and ever since I saw that, I was hooked. And then and I kind of try to imply some of their styles in my matches. I used to use the rock bottom, and I used to use the cutter. Well, actually, I still use the cutter, which is TGO uses, and it's those two guys in DWF I've been watching, and they just recently came back, and I'm excited to watch. I actually fell in love with it. As soon as they came back, I was so happy to see that. But yeah, those are the two guys that I've been watching, and those are the guys that kind of inspired me the most as far as being a professional wrestler.
Okay, now here's a little subject I want to touch on real quick. You and Jet Sylvan, like, what happened there? Like, y'all was two peas in the pod, best friends for like God knows how long. What happened there? Like, I saw that turn when I was like, what the heck happened here? Like, what was it, like backstage issues, or what's going on there?
No, it happens. I was having a little feud with Joe Fisher, and Joe Fisher, debuted his friend or whoever that guy is. I still don't know who he is. Dwight Harris, and those guys were beating up on me. There was a 2-on-1 attack on me, and Jet Sullivan. I called up Jet Sullivan. I told him, hey, can you help me out? And he did. For that small little time. But I feel like after that battleground match that took place, what was it, in 2012?
That tornado tag match, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And we lost the match, unfortunately. And we got annihilated. We didn't eliminate none of them. They eliminated both of us. We didn't get one single elimination out of that match. And I feel like ever since that match ended, I feel like, Jet got upset. And I don't blame him, but I don't understand why he couldn't just talk to me about it, didn't have to,
he didn't have to do all that on the air. He could, it could have been easily resolved.
Yeah, exactly. And, I tried, but, he kept beating up on me, and then he won the KWF championship. I was literally seconds, moments away of winning the KWF championship at New Year's Bash. And
I remember that you hit him with the super kick, and then Jet just threw you out he did his finisher and threw you out the ring, and then got the cover. And I was like, dang.
Yep. And he got the championship, and then I faced him at Knockout Ground with Marcus James there. I feel bad because Marcus James has been a guy that has been kind of thrown under the bus a little bit, and I'm kind of upset about that because I am good friends with Marcus James, and it kind of sucks how a lot of people don't really give him credit, and I kind of feel bad for the triple threat match because I feel like a lot of eyes were just on me and Jet, and Marcus James was a wild card in that match, and he was the guy that won the battleground match. So
Yeah.
It was a really nice little element there with all that thrown into place. It was actually a good story there. But, you know, Jet Sullivan walked out the victor. And, you know, coming up this Saturday, I will have my chance to beat Jet Sullivan and become KWF champion for the third time.
Yes. And also, who will be your favorite in KWF so far? Like, any wrestlers who's your favorite?
Man, I have a couple. I'm digging Dante Jones. He's actually he's kind of a rookie in my eyes. He's a guy to look out for. Good friends with TJ Hart, one of my best friends. Another best friend of mine, TJ Hart, I should say. And you know, and of course, you know, we have the Divas division opening up. And you know, there's a girl out there named Penelope. You know, she's a girl to be looking out for. And Leslie Washington, which is a good friend of mine.
yeah, a good friend. I got you.
A real good friend of mine.
I got you.
And you know, and of course, you know, Marcus James. Even though it kind of sucks that he was supposed to have a match with Head Fred, but there was some contract stuff going on between him and Sorrow, so unfortunately that will not take place at this coming event. But Marcus James will be taking on a mystery opponent, which I have no idea who he is.
So you don't even know?
Yeah, I don't.
I was gonna ask you about that. So dang, you probably know before anybody else. I guess if you don't know, then I guess nobody knows.
No one really knows. The only people that know is the referee that's gonna be reffing that match, Samuel Sorrow and Marcus James, and that's it. I have no idea who this guy is at all.
Oh man. So who's some newcomers coming into KWF? Do you know anything about that?
Man, there's a lot. There's actually a lot of new guys. We have a guy by the name of Black Wolf Gary Frank. I know I mentioned him before in Japan. As soon as I met him in Japan, I kind of try to see if I can sneak him in KWF, because a lot of our guys got released from the last season that we had. Guys like Diamond Blake, he's gone. Head Fred's gone. There's a lot of other guys that I can't name because of, I don't want to get in trouble. I don't even know if I was allowed to say Diamond Blake's name, but there's some other guys, but I don't want to say too much because I will get in trouble. But yeah, we have Black Wolf Gary Frank. He's here. We have a guy named Vice.
I remember Vice.
Yeah.
And Vice wasn't he Japan based also? Yeah,
he was in Japan for a little bit too. It's awesome. We got Vice. We have a guy named Seth Taylor. I don't know. We're trying to get some tag teams coming in. Hopefully, we're gonna see about that. But we got guys by the name of. There's a lot of guys. There's a ton of new guys, new faces, especially the Divas. Penelope. I know Lexi Washington was is here for a little bit, but she was kind of on and off. But
I remember she has a knee injury as well.
She has a serious knee injury. I'm actually surprised that she's still wrestling, but again, like I said, it's kind of hard to get away from wrestling, so you gotta do what you gotta do. But
yeah, most definitely.
But yeah, there's a girl named by Akira Kane. There's a lot of new divas here, or a lot of butterflies. Sorry, I can't call them divas. They're butterflies. KWF butterflies.
I actually like that name. That name is pretty unique for a wrestling division, not just divas and women. Butterflies actually rolls off the top. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Samuel Sorrow, he is the I call him the evil genius, because the reason why I call him evil is because of some of the stuff that he puts us through as far as matches. Like, there's sometimes where we're wrestling every single day. Like, I just got back from Texas the other day, Houston, Texas, actually, last night. And now I'm here in Phoenix. And then tomorrow I'm leaving to go to California for a little bit to wrestle. And then I'm coming back to Phoenix. And then we're going to do this whole, this little fan access thing from Thursday night, or from Thursday morning up until Saturday evening to the return show. And, it's going to be a lot of fun this week.
You are going to be working your ass off.
Yes, I am. But, it's the perks of, a lot of the perks. But I enjoy it. It's the grind that I enjoy. I enjoy, interacting with the fans. And it's a lot of fun. I love it.
Now, I'm going to give you one more question. And we're about to, be out and, you promote your show and whatnot.
Okay.
Now, what was that question of mine? Crap. I actually forgot my freaking question. Oh yeah. Will we ever see another Wayne level world tour? What's going on there?
Now, it's kind of funny because during that time, the Game On tour that I was doing, I was actually surprised that they allowed me to do that, because when I was contracted with KWF a little bit that time, they weren't really they weren't allowing me to be involved with too many stuff. And I was surprised they let me have my own little tour where people can watch just me wrestle. But then it was kind of like a concert, you know? You have your opening acts, so you'll have like somebody to open you up before you're, like, you know, it was kind of like that, because there was like maybe 2 matches before my matches. So just because I wanted to do that to, you know, to get younger talent over, you know what I mean? Like, to get the younger guys a shot and stuff like that. And then once those 2 matches are over, you know, my match will come and I'll wrestle anybody that wanted to be a part of it. Usually they'll email me if they wanted to do a match, and you know, we'll try to work something out. But the Game On tour, I want to bring it back, but we'll see, because again, my schedule has been extremely busy now since I'm doing all these live events for KWF. But I will most definitely try to talk to Samuel Sorrow, see if I can bring back the Game On tour.
Yeah. Plus, I also heard you're being signed to EWS now.
Yeah.
What's going? And I remember correctly, that's also the Black Wolves promotion, ain't it?
Yep. I'm actually kind of interested. I'm actually excited for that, because that was another thing that I had to let Samuel Sorrow let me do, because it was really hard for me to do it. Like, I was like, man, like, I want to go, but is Samuel Sorrow going to let me? But you know, Mr. Money, you know, he was like, okay, we can do this. And he was like, all right. So, you know, I signed the contract, and I am signed with EWS, and I'm actually excited for that. Because,
yeah, because, like, you know, there's a whole bunch of people over there.
Yeah.
You know, now they got you, and it's like, well, I'm like, dang, like, when Wayne Level goes over there, all hell's about to break loose.
I'm excited, man. Like, I'm excited to, you know, face Black Wolf again. You know, hopefully we can do something there. And I know Michael Mendoza's there, and I seen him. I want to see if I can get in the ring with him.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, you probably will, knowing, I think they're having a little stable there right now. So, you know, you think you'll be able to take that whole stable down? Like, what's going on there?
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, have you seen these muscles right here? I can take them down, of course. Like, I can take them down. They're nothing to me.
Dude. Well, folks, Wayne Level is in the building. Now, Wayne, you go ahead, you know, promote your return show, which comes on this Saturday.
Yes, this Saturday. Tickets are still available. You can get them at Ticketmaster. You know, you can bring the family. You know, $20. You know, for the family. You know, it's a great experience, and you know, it's gonna be a lot of fun going to the shows. You know, when I was a kid, going to the GWF shows and MPWF shows and stuff like that, it was a ton of fun. You know, I enjoyed the hell out of it when I was a kid, and I feel like if you buy these tickets today, get them now, because even though they are available, they will sell out. I'm telling you guys. And also, you know, the fan access, which we're going to be in Glendale, Arizona for the fan access. We're going to be around, you know, Jobme.com Arena and the University of Phoenix Stadium, which I hate that name. I don't know why that's the Cardinals stadium name, but I digress.
Yeah.
But anyways, but yeah, you know, we're gonna be doing fan access there, which that's gonna be $25, and you know, we have food, drinks, entertainment. We're gonna have some matches there from some of our developmental guys. It's gonna be tons of fun, and but yeah, make sure you guys most definitely get your tickets at the KWF Return Show, where you get to see me kick Jeff Sullivan's ass.
And I hope you do. So, folks, this was Wayne Level, KWF wrestler, Wayne Level in the building, here on 98.3. We'll be right back with your 2 Chainz and all this and that after these commercial breaks. Thank you, Wayne Level, for being in the building.
No problem.